So now, from the previous example, we have a basic idea what is the limit, which is about the tendency, not the f values. Right. So this is the definition of the limit. If f of x becomes arbitrarily close to a single number L, as x approaches c from both sides of c, then we say that the limit of f of x as x approaches c is L. So we can use some mathematical symbol to denote this limit. We can write this one as the limit LIM x approaches c, x, there is an arrow here, of f of x is equal to L. We use this symbol to denote the limit. Okay, so now let's look at another example. Example which is f of x equals sine x over x. So we want to know what is the limit as x approaches 0 of f of x. Okay, when x approaches 0, the first thing you cannot plug in 0 because here is the denominator would be 0, right? And the numerator is also 0. So we cannot know what is the number when x equals 0 for this function. Actually, you can use several ways. The numerical way, you just plug in the numbers, x numbers, it's very close to 0 from both sides. 0, for example, you can plug in x equals 0.1, negative 0.1, 0.01, negative 0.01, 0.001, negative 0.001, right? You from both sides of 0 to plug in the numbers close and close to 0, but never equal to 0. You can use your calculator to get some numbers, which is called the numerical way. Okay, you can see the similar example in your PowerPoint. So here we want to look at the graph of this function. If we know the graph for this function is given by this one, this is the heart of the circle. Alright, this is the graph of this function. So you can see that this is 0, right? When x approaches 0, that means two things. X approaches 0 from the right side of 0, and x approaches 0 from the left side of 0. Okay, so here we know this point is, the value is 1. Okay, so this f value is 1. But this point is not on the curve. The reason is we use the hollow of the circle. Right? So when x approaches 0 from the right side of 0, then the points on the curve will approach this hollow circle in this way along the curve, right? In this direction. When x approaches 0 from the left side of 0, so the points on the curve will go this way. Both arrows, at last, when x is closer and closer to 0, it will meet at this hollow circle. The hollow circle, it has the value 1. So the limit as x approaches 0, the fx is equal to the limit of f of x equal to 1. So you see this function has no values at x equals 0, but we can still find the limit, which is x equals 1.